Los Angeles, California. It's Landed Late Night. Tonight's guest, Mina Tobias. And now, your host, Haley Ringo.
Welcome to Landed Late Night with me, your host, Haley Ringo. Tonight, we have a singer, songwriter, and actress who I personally admire so much for paving her own way to success. Please give a warm late night welcome to Mina Tobias. Come on, baby girl.
Hello.
Thank you for
having me.
I thank you for being on the show. I'm honored. You look fabulous.
You too.
The shoes are killing it.
Stop it.
Okay, so you recently just filmed a music video called Lost in the Fire, where you were covered in black paint.
So it took a year for me to find him. I can't lose him, baby.
Looking fine as hell, being a
you.
vibe, okay?
Stop.
No, you were. You look so hot. I was like, I need to do this. I need to go and paint myself.
Everyone should do this at some point in their life.
Yes. No, really, though. You look so good. You look so good. She's a triple threat, okay? Dancer,
I'm not quite. I wouldn't
actress,
say I'm a
singer.
dancer.
Yes, girl. You can move your body. Like, you
can
have
move.
rhythm and you can move. That's
But I
you're a
think
dancer.
saying I'm a dancer is not disrespecting dancers.
Well, no. I mean, I get, like, in LA, people are, like, legit dancers, but, like, anywhere else in the world, you would be, like, a really professional dancer.
Thank you.
And we'll just say you are. It's
Thank
fine.
you.
We can say whatever we want on my
That's
show.
right, damn
You're
it.
a professional dancer, damn it.
I know. I spent many years studying dance.
Dance.
And here I am. We literally booked the studio that had like really cool neon lights in the back.
Yeah.
Just like kind of put together some quick choreography the night before and then shot it in like 2 hours. And we were just like playing around with the idea that me being like, the song's like really explicit, but the idea is that like, you know, it's like losing your innocence and that kind of thing.
Yes.
So we wanted the two girls with me to like paint the black to like to represent like losing your innocence and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So
It was, I mean,
it
you looked
was
hot
fun.
as hell. You looked really
you.
good. So, I know you've been putting out music for a long time, and your mom's helped you along the way with directing different music videos, one of them being Kings and Queens. So her mom is Alice Cooper on Riverdale, Machen Amick. So what was it like working with her along the way, and her directing those music videos? Because you said she's getting into directing as well.
Yeah. So she was saying that she wanted to start directing a couple of years ago, and it was right when I was like releasing Kings and Queens, and I was trying to find different directors, putting together a team, and everything just kept kind of falling apart. And she was finally just like, "Why don't I direct it?" And I was like,
Girl power.
I didn't know you'd offer. Like, let's do it. So, and she just like, you don't really know what somebody's capable of until they do it. And of course, I know she's an amazing actor, but having that kind of eye really translated in being a director.
Yeah.
And it was really fun having her direct me because I obviously, like, I'm super close with her.
Right.
And so
She's your mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we have a great relationship, and so, you know, and she understands, like, as an actor, like, she'll be like, no, that's not your angle, you know? And, like, some people are afraid to do it.
And you need that. It's like, great, I will turn my body however I want to do. Just tell me what to do.
Yeah, so it was really fun working with her. And then we worked again together on my last music video, another one with Gabby and Kai Lucas. And that was even crazier because she was like, okay, we're going to have a turntable. You're going to be dancing on a rotating stage.
Yeah,
and
that was a hot music video,
so
too.
she did an amazing job both times.
You're hot in everything.
Start a fire every time you touch my skin, like a storm in the night with the lightning. For the first time I was looking up, thinking about us.
I'm always like, my God. Yeah,
I appreciate that.
Christina, like showed me who you were, and it was like, you have to meet her. I was like, this girl is fire. Like, everything. You're killing it. And you really are, like, I wanted to have you on the show because I just want, you know, the whole point of this is people to feel inspired that they can do whatever they want. And I love that you're literally paving your own path to success. Like, you're making it happen yourself, and you obviously have people helping you and supporting you along the way. But it's just so inspiring to see, like, I'm just girl power all around you, girl.
Thank you.
You've kind of grown up in the industry, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what was that like as a child, and then even now to this day? Because I just moved here 2 years ago, so I'm just, like, getting... From Dallas. From Tejas. Yeah.
That's so exciting.
So to me, like, I'm, like, still new, and I'm like, it's great. Everything's great. But, you know, the more people I interview, it's just, like, it is great, but there's a lot of, like, hard things, too. And I feel like you would have a better insight to the reality of what it's like living here.
Yeah. Well, so I was born in Los Angeles and then moved all around the world. Like, wherever my mom was filming is pretty much where we would be. So I went to, like, 12 or 13 schools and in and out of the country.
Wait, 12 or 13 schools?
Yeah, I think 12.
Before you were, like, 18?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and so it was, which I loved. I thought it was a great experience, and we got to see the world and see different cultures.
Yeah.
And my brother and I are just, like, brown and ambiguous, so we kind of just slipped in wherever we were, which was really fun. But yeah, I mean, the business is, from my perspective, I came in super jaded, because like, I know, like, say you get booked on a show, you may get recast, or so it's hard for me to, like, get super excited about stuff until the check's cleared, until it's released, you know, so I think I just have a little bit more, I'm more guarded just because I know all
You've
the things. Yeah, but I think that also helps me not be too delusional about stuff. Yeah. So when things do happen, I'm very appreciative because I know how hard it is, and it helps me not get, like, too attached to things if things do go wrong. Yeah. So I think it's just basically made me jaded, but
basically to the rest of the world, like, even when I was growing up, I was like, oh my gosh, it'd be so cool to live in LA. Like, that's a dream, because it just seemed like this far away land. Right. And now that I'm here, I'm like, I live here. Yeah. That's crazy. You're in it. I'm in it, you know? Yeah. And for me, like, it feels like way smaller than I thought I was going to feel. I feel like everyone knows everyone. Everybody knows you, no matter who you're working with and what context, somebody knows somebody that you know. It's like a small town. Like, LA is literally a small town. It's tiny. It's so small. Piss off one person in the industry and then everyone knows done working. Yeah. So hopefully I won't do that. Oh my God. Honestly, that's why I was saying, I was like, if this show is live, like, dear God, I'm going to have to, like, learn how to filter. Well, you have the Southern hospitality thing, so you'll be fine. Thank you. Yeah, I'll just mask what people make confused. They're like, I think she just said something really inappropriate, but we're just going to pretend like it didn't happen. Exactly. No, that's my goal. What are you currently working on with acting? Are you doing anything with that, or are you just focusing on music mainly? So right now I am just auditioning a ton, self-tapes all day, every day. Speaking of self-tapes, you did 2 this morning, right? I sure did. Yes. How were they? Oh, no. They were so good. Yes. I'm supposed to fight the reader, like, off screen. Physically fight. I'm constantly punching him in the face. Oh, my God. But didn't have a reader. Mm-hmm. So I was not only pretending to have dialogue with somebody, but then also pretending to punch somebody in the face and then react to it like, oh. Wow. That, so I don't get the job to see that self-tape. Yeah, if you don't get that job, you send me that tape and I will air it. We'll just do our own thing with it because I clearly earned it. Yeah, no joke. Like, they're like, this girl's committed. I know, if nothing else. Right? She's committed. I'm just picturing you like, I was like, keep your guard up. My own sound effects. Do you box? I used to when I was younger, yeah. So I feel like I would look like an idiot boxing. Well, I did too. I don't know. So what you just did there, like, I wouldn't even have known to, like, put my hands up. Guard up. You ever fought in a class? One time I got a fight and, no, I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I got in my first fight, like, a month ago. Yeah. Catch me outside, how about that? I know, it was exciting. It was exciting for me, too. Did you win, I guess? Is what I... Okay, so, yeah. Like, first of all, I was thrilled. I, like, literally left the fight being like, that was awesome. My parents were like, you're going to get shot. And I was like, no, can't. But basically what happened was I'd been shooting for 10 hours all day, photographing a wedding, and went out to this, like, local neighborhood bar, like, not a club. Okay, this shouldn't have happened is my point. Okay. And I'm, like, the happiest drunk ever. I literally never cry drunk, like, sad or get mad. I'm just, like, always happy. Okay. And we go outside because they close in the bar. It's 2 a.m. And I'm just standing there with one of my girlfriends. Half our friend group had gotten in Ubers. The other half are finishing beers. And I'm just, like, literally, like, dancing. And I look over, and there's these 3 girls standing. And I just go, hey. And I'm, like, twerking like that. Literally, this is what I'm doing. And the girl in the middle goes, bitch, don't try to be fucking cute. Literally like that. So I go, I'm dancing like this. And I was like, what? And she repeats it again. And I was like, excuse me, bitch. I'm not. And my friend Catherine, who, like, when she drinks, she goes, like, 7 octaves higher. She's like, she's not trying to be cute. And I was like, oh, no. Here we go. Catherine, shout out to you. So I say it again. I'm like, I'm not trying to be cute. And she, like, steps forward and she's like, bitch, blah, 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 like, I'll cut you, like, starts going off.
She had a rough night then.
So I start laughing because I'm like, this girl's irate. Like, I literally was just, what is happening? Which makes her more mad, that I'm laughing at her. And
oh my God.
She literally, so I let her finish, and then I look at her and I go, bitch, I'll do the same fucking thing. Catch me outside, how about that? And then she, I kid you not, launched at me and smacked me in the mouth. So, like, hits me, and I have pictures. I'll post them on here. And I just, like, try to launch back. At the same time, my guy friend, who's, like, 6'3", gets in the middle. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone had been drinking for, like, 6 hours straight, okay?
Right.
Way too many hours. And, and her friend on the end is like, you don't want to mess with her, like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I'll do whatever. Like, I was just, being crazy. Anyways, long story short, she clawed my friend in the nose. She clawed him in the nose because he said, hey, you need to calm down, you're being crazy. And she's like, you want to see crazy? I'll show you crazy.
Yeah, you can't call it crazy.
No, you can't. You can't call a crazy girl crazy. She claws him in the nose, and he, like, has this little, like, starts bleeding. It was honestly, like, very funny. And then as the security is escorting them out, I'm screaming at her, like, you're a psychopath. And this girl takes her beer and pours it on my friend Catherine. The same girl.
So she's just getting everybody.
She's just getting everybody.
Nobody landed anything on her?
No one landed anything on her.
Guys.
And so I'm like, I know, it was so annoying.
One person has to make contact.
I know, but she had her 2 friends with her, and, like, they were not as crazy, but as the security is escorting them out, the girl looks at me, the sober-ish one, and she goes, this is your effing fault, you provoked her. And I was like, okay, get out of my face. Like, you are literally insane. Yeah, I'm like, this made it, but honestly, the moral of the story is my dance moves got me in a fight. So what does that say?
That
I'm a professional dancer, okay?
Yes.
But anyways, they had to escort them all the way down the block, and this girl kept trying to break free of the security guard's hold. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen. And then I got tacos after.
Wow.
We had a great night. Mm-hmm.
That sounds like the perfect night to me.
I know, except for I'm not going to lie, you guys, like, whatever, who watch, y'all know me. I wanted to make her bleed a little bit, to be honest.
Well, she got everybody
I know.
else.
Thank you.
You should, somebody
Thank you.
has to, okay. I got into a fight once.
Oh, yes. Tell me.
And
me
it was funny. I literally woke up the other day, and I think my dad or somebody sent me this article of People magazine, and they had, like, written an article about my mom talking about this fight that I got into and how she supported it. And I was like, let's read.
Let's read.
So when I was in, like, second grade, I was pretty tough at the time. I had cut off all my hair, like Halle Berry short. I was like, I'm gonna be Halle Berry.
Yes, we all want to be Halle Berry.
Yeah, second grade maybe wasn't ready for that life, but anyway. So I've always been, like, very tough, and I wanted to be on the football team. Like, I was just very physical, and I always wanted to play flag football, but all the guys wouldn't let the girls play.
Yeah.
And so every single, like, recess or lunch or whatever, I would go over and I'd be like, and I'd have my little towel. I'm like, ready for, can I, because I was faster than all of them too. And I think that was kind of why,
Yeah, they were jealous.
They
straight
weren't
up.
ready for that.
Yeah, they were not ready for that, for you.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly. I don't think you're ready for this jelly.
No.
But you
And so
will.
finally after, I don't know, weeks, months, not sure, they were finally like, yeah, you can come play. And they all just surrounded me and started kicking me. And I was like, fine. So I started kicking them. And so I landed a kick with this one guy, like, right in the diaphragm.
Did you kick him in the balls? Oh, okay.
No,
well,
diaphragm. I was
okay.
too young for that.
Well,
but that
no.
would have worked. But diaphragm, and he got winded, and he was like, why?
Why did you do this to me? You're like, you
I was like, you are kicking me.
Yeah.
And so then,
Oh my gosh.
like, the teachers broke it up, and my brother actually came in too with his buddies. They all came in and broke it up. So then we all got in trouble, and the teacher was like, you all have to write each other apology notes.
Yeah,
And so I went home, and I was like, all right, I have to write, like, 20 apology notes, because it was, like, 20 dudes. They have to write one. And my dad was like, and my mom, they were both like, no, you can't, you didn't start it. You can't apologize for ending the
I'm just,
fight.
like, clapping for your parents right now, because
Right.
that is so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Well, also, like, what morally, how does, like, 12 guys kicking a girl, like, warrant for an apology? That literally makes no sense.
Well, I think, and that's like a common thing in schools where it's like everybody involved gets in trouble instead of the person who starts it. I know that for a fact. And I've never.
I mean,
agreed with that.
I do too. I get in trouble a lot.
So all of these fights.
I've kicked boys in the balls, and
Good.
it's lots of
Well,
things.
sometimes they need it. You
Yeah.
know. So anyway, that's my story, and that was in People, and I
yes.
was like, nobody asked me.
Yeah.
I have, anyway. But
Well, now it's on my show, which, millions
That's
of
the full
views.
story.
Exactly, everyone knows
The
now.
truth.
I had a guy try to like fake strangle me, and that's when I kicked in the balls.
Good.
Yeah, I know. He was a weirdo. And then I pushed another guy off of the second story of a playground because he pulled the barrettes out of my hair. I sound like a psychopath.
No, barrettes are sacred. So
But it was more
down
like
he
it
goes.
hurt. My hair came out, and he
Yeah.
was just there, and I wasn't thinking like, oh, he's near the edge. I just shoved him, and then he just happened to fall off.
You did the right thing.
He
That was
fine.
gravity's fault.
He broke no bones. Like, he was fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
He absorbed it the way he should.
Thank you.
Nobody
We're
got
young.
hurt.
Kids they bounce back quick, you know? I always think, I mean, that's what I mean, like, with this girl, my parents were just more, like, worried that she was going to shoot me. They're like, you can't do that in L.A. I was like, I've been to a lot of clubs in L.A. That's never happened. I come to Texas and go out once, and this happens.
Yeah.
Like,
I think it's women aren't generally carrying out here. Maybe guys
carrying I was like, carrying what? Carrying a weapon.
Maybe
Yeah.
a knife.
Yeah.
So I would maybe more so worry about getting
being
cut.
nice. Well, and she did say that.
She did mention
She
the
did
cutting.
mention the cutting.
So there could have been.
She was a psychopath.
Just be
know.
ready for anything.
Yeah, literally. Speaking of being ready for anything, what is the craziest experience that you've had so far, like in this journey for music? It could be an audition experience. It could be meeting somebody. What comes to mind?
I mean, honestly, any audition.
Any and all of them.
I mean, especially commercial auditions.
Yeah.
I just got signed to a commercial agency, and so I've been going out on commercial auditions, which I have never experienced before, and they're a whole different beast. Like, with theatrical, you study lines generally, and you go in and you do your thing, and maybe they'll give you notes and you change it in the room. Whereas commercial auditions, you go in, and they're just like, okay, so... you go in with like a group of girls and like, okay, so you are sitting on a couch, you are going to be standing dancing by yourself, you pretend you're hula hooping, and then they just like start playing weird music, and then they're like, okay, and here comes a giant nipple, you pretend to suck it.
Keep going. I'm sorry, I interrupted you, and that was great. Keep it going.
So I mean, and that's like legit. Like, these are all experiences,
and it's hypothetical. Like the hula hooping, the giant nipple, they're not actually there.
They don't give you props.
I love that. That's a visual if I ever saw one in my head.
And yeah, so it's, I think, just any commercial audition, and it's actually kind of fun because it makes you loosen up a bit in theatrical, because you're like, well, at least I know what I'm getting into. Because commercially, you just show up and you're like, all right, improv time.
Yeah, I feel like that's what improv would be really good for.
Definitely.
Because you just you have to lose all inhibition and just not care.
And know that you're going to look insane.
Yeah.
And just be totally committed to that.
Exactly. But commitment is key, because when you feel uncomfortable, other people feel uncomfortable for you. If you just own that shit and you just get out there and do it,
Yeah. The last one I went in on was like for a running commercial. Mm-hmm. And so it was like 4 of us in the room, and they're like, okay, jog. And we're just like, and they're like, don't move forward, okay. And they're like, okay, now talk to each other. We're like, like, now run really fast. And we're like,
yeah, it's like, do my knees go up higher, or like what that?
And I was not wearing the right bra for it. I didn't think running commercial, we're going to be running in place. Yeah. So it was just kind of just all over the place.
Just everywhere.
So, that's always crazy.
Just boobs everywhere.
I was like, I'm not getting this one. And then I also had, but the first audition that I ever went out on, it was for this like pretty high budget movie, a bunch of big names already attached to it. I should not have gone in on that, but again, you learn by throwing yourself in.
Yeah, 2020 is always
So
hindsight's always. I was like, 2020 is always hindsight.
So
hindsight. See, I can't even say it right. Anyways, yes.
But so I get the sides like the night before, and it says something about like, she's Southern, so if you can do a Southern accent. And I was like, okay, like I could maybe do this. So I show up the next day, and the first thing is that every time you go to an audition, you're like, oh, I'm going to like wear this and this. It's going to be so unique and cool. And you show up, and there's 10 other girls wearing the exact same denim and denim situation that you've put
Canadian
together.
tuxedos, yes.
And then I go in, and they're like, okay, so you're from like Appalachia region, and so we want an Appalachian accent. And I was like, Appalachian?
What does that even mean?
I don't know.
Well, the way people talk around here, I guess it'd be more like you call hillbilly style or something, I guess. I don't know, just mountain talk.
It was some sort of Appalachian situation.
We're all confused.
I was like, okay, sure. And she was like, okay, so you're very upset. And again, I'm fighting. So they're like, okay, so what we're going to have you do is you're going to be fighting. The camera's going to be on the ground, okay? And this is the guy, and you're drunk and you're angry, and your southern accent is really coming out right now. And you're just going to really focus on the camera, and you're going to be punching and saying your lines, okay? And I was like, yeah. I'm quitting acting.
Oh my God.
I was like, first of all, this isn't my angle. And she was like, okay, so can we do that again? Just like more angry and more Appalachian. And I was like, do you have tequila?
Yeah.
And she didn't.
Right.
So that was that.
So then you're out at that
Never
point.
heard back
right.
on that one.
Oh, well, they didn't deserve
Stepped
you.
up to it. That's what it was.
They did not deserve you. That's exactly what it was.
I should have thought that when I walked out. Like, you know what?
Yes.
You're not good enough.
Yeah, exactly.
For me.
Exactly.
So I don't know if it's come out yet.
Okay, I want to play a game with you.
Oh, Lord.
Are you ready?
I don't know. Honestly, after this morning, I'm ready for anything.
I know.
Are we
I'm not
fighting?
going to make you jump into a freezing cold pool. Don't worry.
Okay.
This is called the expert game. So basically, we're each going to have 3 categories.
Okay.
And we're going to have 20 seconds to explain whatever the category is like we're an expert on it.
Got it.
You can make that however you want. I love that you
God.
just said got it immediately. Most people are like, so like, what do I do?
Look, I've been in auditions
Yeah.
where I have to suck a nipple. All right.
That's so true. I'll do whatever you want to be to
Tell
do.
me what you want.
Just tell me what you want. Tell me what you want with my body. Okay. Him is a banana get naughty.
Oh,
It's
R.
a-
Kelly, though.
It's a private party. Is that what I'm singing? Do what I want, do what I... Oh, that, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, sorry.
Right? It's that's what's so tough
That's
about
just
it.
our
It's every hit.
I know. I didn't even know
Ugh.
he sang that. In my defense, we're keeping it. I don't know he's saying that.
Whatever.
It's fine. I like that.
That
I'll
was the
sing it.
Lady Gaga part.
Yeah.
So you're fine.
You're right. And I love Gaga. Gaga. Gaga.
She's great.
She is great. Okay. Oscar winners.
Yes, so Oscar winners are a bunch of people who happen to know a guy named Oscar, and they're the ones who win in his eyes.
Oh.
So it takes a really long time for him, usually a year, to decide like a group of people that he really likes that are doing great things on and off his set.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And
Well, you do. You're the expert. You know
that's
better
what I
than
do know.
Yeah. Humble. Humility is great.
Honestly.
You know, being humble.
It's hard knowing
Sit down,
everything.
Be humble.
About that's
Yeah.
awful.
All right.
Okay, so you have popular children's books in America during the French Revolution.
Finding Nemo. That way the wave flew.
Mm-hmm.
Jane was in the garden.
She was.
The secret garden.
Mm-hmm.
The secret garden.
Sequel.
Top mafia families in New York during Prohibition.
So you have your Stefanis.
Yeah. Oh,
And
they were crazy.
they were known for their Pinot Noirs. They really honed in on that. Had a whole network through Canada and Mexico. Pinot Noir, honestly top notch. We also had the Amic Alexises. That's where I come from.
Yeah.
And we were kind of more known for like tequila situation. Get you on the table, dance.
Ooh,
dance a lot.
I knew I liked you.
The history of dolphin use in the military.
Well, they use them there's 5 different things. The first one is brain power. Dolphins are known for being the smartest animals.
That's
They're
fact.
extremely high intelligent, emotionally intelligent. EQ is off the charts. Swimming fast. We have been known to attach ourselves to dolphins to
Like
get
attach.
we hook ourselves in. It's and then while we're doing that, we wear these masks so you can be underwater.
Right.
It's kind of like a submarine, but like a little bit different.
Kind of like Aquaman.
It's
a
kind of like
little
Aquaman. It's just like Aquaman.
It's just like
like that.
That's a scene.
Picture Aquaman. That's what we do.
Okay.
And then we've also used them, and that's how that's what
And
we
that's
did.
dolphins.
And that's dolphins
in the military.
In the military.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. 16th century only children authors.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have Oliver Twist.
Yeah. Oh.
He wrote so many books. They were self-help books on how to get soup.
Yeah.
A huge fan of his work.
Yeah.
Honestly, beyond his years. He had his split pea. He had his French onion. And there's like honestly step-by-step ways to get that soup.
Yeah.
So he was really big. We also have Curious George.
Yeah.
Who was actually a boy.
Yeah.
But in his stories, he turned himself into a monkey. And all the crazy things he got into during that time, honestly.
Curious. I'm so curious. That George.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ugh.
You have Wall Street Crash of 1929.
Wow. That was a horrific year. You
It's
know,
terrible.
most people blacked out in 1929 from from that because
They blacked out.
they blacked out because it was so
Just the
dark and traumatic.
The
Exactly. It happened because President Truman cheated on his wife.
The pig.
And, you know, from there, she basically ran, like, all the main enterprises in the world. And then once he cheated on her, she shut them down because he was directly related to the CEOs in the company of the companies that she ran. And then...
Yeah, I see that.
Thank
I see
you.
That back
Yeah,
in
no,
the
it was... Yeah, it was bad. And the wolf came to her door and just... came to the America's door and punched it in the face.
That's right.
1929 was a dark year.
And that's history.
And that's history. Gosh, we're so smart.
I'm glad we got to talk about this.
I'm so glad we got to have these
No one
conversations.
asks me.
No one asked me either. It's annoying. I'm like, do you
I
not
went
know?
to school.
Yeah, I
about
went.
this.
I got a degree in dolphins in the military. Okay,
Yeah, you
like
did.
why did people? Well, now you know, and now
You're welcome.
yeah. So, oh my gosh. Okay, I loved having you on the show. Thank you. Seriously, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You're an amazing person, and you're so talented, and I cannot wait to see where you go.
Thank you.
You're super inspiring, and so make sure to comment, like, subscribe, all the things.
Yes.
And have a little tequila dance party while you're at it.
That's right.
Let your hair down, people. Let it down, okay? Just like this.
Just like this.
Give a little hair flip. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Don't want to mess the curls up.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying to. I need your hair straight up. Like, my hair's so flat. I'm like,
Only
girl,
on a good day.
give me a zhuzh. Okay, I love you so much. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me.
We out, y'all!